at sa mga via Facebook at YouTube Live. Sigurado po ako, excited na ang lahat para sa araw na ito. Pero habang hinihintay natin ang iba pa nating participants, huwag po natin kalimutang mag-register. Matatagpuan po ang ating registration booth sa labas ng auditorium o dito po sa likod ng ating auditorium. At para po sa mga viewers natin sa Facebook at YouTube Live, ang registration link po ay posted na sa ating comment section. Ngayon, abang lang po tayo at mag-uumpisa na ang ating programa sa ilang sandali. Maraming salamat. Ayan, muli magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Para po sa mga bagong dating nating mga participants, we do remind you to please register po sa ating registration booth located dyan po sa bandang likod ng NLP Auditorium. In just a bit, we will start our program. Again, see you all later. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and fellow library enthusiasts, welcome to the opening ceremonies of the 33rd Library and Information Services Month. At mula sa mga pinagsama-samang talento ng mga members ng LSAM Committee, narito ang ating host, si L. Palermo.
Marahay na aldaw sa Indo, Gabos. Maayong ugto. Salamu alaikum. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat at maligayang pagdalo sa opisyal na pagbubukas ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month na may temang Let's Libraries, Learning, Empowering, and Transforming Society through Libraries. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, L. Palermo, ang inyong magiging MC para sa palatuntunan yung umaga. Ayan, isang palakpakan naman po dyan para sa Library and Information Services Month ngayong buwan ng Nobyembre. Ayan. Of course, inaanyayahan ng lahat na tumayo para sa pag-awit ng lupang hinirang na susundan ng doksolohiya.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, telas ng sinakalan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manluluping, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bangaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na naghihindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamay di magtitindig. Luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya ng pagkay mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Heavenly Father, we come to you today with humble hearts, seeking your guidance and wisdom as we begin this program. Lord, we ask that you would bless every person who has gathered here today, and that you would be present with us in a special way. We pray that this program would be a time of learning, growth, and fellowship for all of us. Help us to listen to one another with open hearts and open minds, and to support one another as we strive to serve you in all that we do. Please give us the strength and the courage to follow your will and to use the gifts and talents you have given us to make a positive difference in the world. We pray all of this in your holy name. Amen.
Maaari na pong maupo ang lahat. Halina't sabay-sabay po natin tunghayan ang video teaser na inihandog sa atin ng National Library of the Philippines. Ayan, palakpakan naman po natin ang video presentation na handog sa atin ng Pambansang Aklatan ng Pilipinas. Para sa bating pagtanggap, ating palakpakan ang hepe ng Research and Publications Division at Vice Honorary Chairperson ng LISM 2023, Ms. Maricel M. Orenia.
A very warm greeting and festive morning to all our guests and attendees in this annual celebration of Library and Information Services Month. Today is the formal opening of the opening ceremony of the 33rd LIS month with the theme, Let's Libraries, Learning, Empowering, and Transforming Society Through Libraries. Together with all the staff of the National Library, with our directors, Cesar Gilbert Q. Adriano and Assistant Director Edgardo Quiroz, and the hardworking committee members of the NLP LISM Committee. We would like to welcome all of you in attending this very important event. I would like to give a special mention to our guests from other lead agency of the LISM, the NCCA and CLIS, headed by Professor Salvacion M. Arlante, with Ms. Lilia Echeverri. Representative of other cultural agencies, officers and members of various library associations, teacher librarians from the different school libraries, students, head and staff of the affiliated public libraries, our generous partner, 𝗶𝗏𝗿 Publishing House, and the chosen PLs from the major regions of the country. And finally, our keynote speaker, IFLA President, Ms. Vicky McDonald. Months of preparations have been made for the conduct of the flagship program of the contest of LISM 2023. And this year, we exert our best effort to include all these significant activities in promoting awareness about the importance and role of libraries in our community. All the programs for the whole month, we intended to increase the participation of everyone and encourage your active involvement in valuing the impact of libraries in our personal and social development. Your presence today and your continued support in all our activities will is a big leap towards the fulfillment of the Proclamation 837 series of 1991, which declares November as the LIS month. And also, this is a clear indicator that we all believe that libraries are powerful institution of our society with the power to promote learning, empower and transform community, contributing directly to our national progress and development. So we hope you could join us for the rest of the day and until the end of November for this celebration. Once again, welcome and please enjoy today's program. And thank you so much for your presence and participation. Happy LIS month.
Again, a round of applause for Miss Maricel M. Orenya. Maraming salamat po, Miss Maricel Orenya. Atin namang pakinggan ang pambungad na pagbati mula sa overall chairperson ng LISM 2023. Let's give him a big round of applause, Miss Melanie A. Ramirez.
Thank you, Elle. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow advocates of knowledge and information, good morning. As we kick off the 33rd Library and Information Services Month, or LISM, with the inspiring theme, Let's Libraries! Learning, Empowering, and Transforming Society Through Libraries. It gives me a pleasure, great pleasure to be here in front of you today. This special occasion provides us with an excellent opportunity to celebrate the invaluable contribution of libraries and information services in our communities and society at large. With the theme, Let's Libraries, we emphasize the three core pillars that libraries uphold. Learning, libraries have always sanctuaries of learning, where individuals of all ages, backgrounds, and interests can access a treasure trove of information. Empowering, libraries have the power to empower individuals and communities. Transforming society, libraries are transformative forces in our communities. Throughout this month, we will celebrate the tireless efforts of librarians, archivists, and information professionals who dedicate their lives to make these ideals a reality. We will recognize the impact of libraries on individuals and communities, as well as the profound role they play in shaping the future. As we embark on this journey of appreciation and recognition, let us renew our commitment to making our libraries even more vibrant, accessible, and transformative. Let us remember that libraries are not just buildings. They are beacons of hope, sources of information, and engines of empowerment. We encourage you, all of you, to participate in the various events and activities planned for the 33rd LISM. Thank you for joining us in this celebration, and we look forward to a month filled with enlightening experiences and deeper appreciation for the services libraries and information professionals provide to our communities. Let the 33rd LISM begin. Let's libraries, learning, empowering, and transforming society through libraries. Thank you.
Again, a round of applause for Miss Melanie A. Ramirez. Maraming salamat po sa overall chairperson ng LISM 2023. Now you guys, ang araw po ng opisyal na pagbubukas ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month ay mas naging espesyal dahil tayo po ay napaunlakan ng dalawa sa mahahalagang personalidad dito sa ating bansa. Ang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas ay may inihandang mensahe para sa selebrasyon ng LISM ngayong taon. Upang basahin ang mensahe ng ating mahal na Pangulo, narito po si Ms. Flor-Deliza Quiñones. Muli, atin pong bigyan ng masigabong palakpakan, Honorable Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you so much, Elle. Good morning, esteemed guests, our dear directors, fellow librarians, ladies and gentlemen. And without further ado, here is the message of our President. As we observe the 33rd Library and Information Services Month, we find ourselves in the illustrious company of an institution that stands as the unwavering custodian of our nation's written heritage. Indeed, the National Library of the Philippines, in partnership with the National Committee on Library and Information Services of the National Commission of Culture and the Arts, has consistently upheld its noble sanctuaries of our libraries. Contained within these halls are pages upon pages of our collective wisdom that help bridge the gaps between our cultural inheritance and the ever-evolving facets of contemporary society, which we can use to better understand our present and our future. For the entire month of November, let us offer a resounding tribute to our libraries and their commitment to the relentless pursuit of preserving our shared knowledge and culture. In doing so, we not only fulfill, but also further cultivate the role that we play in the preservation and enrichment of our society and our Filipino identity. I wish everyone a happy, meaningful, and productive celebration. Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat, Honorable Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Again, palakpakan po natin ang ating mahal na Pangulo. At maraming salamat din po, Ms. Flor-Deliza Quiñones. Siyempre po, napaunlakan na tayo ng ating ama ng ating bansa. Siyempre, hindi magpapatalo ang isa pa sa mga namumuno dito sa ating bansa. Atin namang pong panoorin at pakinggan ang mensahe ng pangalawang Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Atin pong palakpakan, Honorable Sara Zimmerman Duterte Carpio.
Assalamualaikum. Madayaw maayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyo lahat. I extend my full support to the National Library of the Philippines for holding the 33rd Library and Information Services Month. Year theme, Let's Libraries, Learning, Empowering, and Transforming Societies Through Libraries, underscores the important role of libraries in shaping education and the learning trends of the 21st century. Libraries have always been a significant source of information and learning, serving as gateways to many worlds beyond the classroom. They offer access to a vast collection of print and digital materials and provide spaces that promote learning, knowledge interaction, and cultural exchange. With advantage, the methods of accessing and building knowledge have been transformed. The delivery of new and advanced concepts is now at our fingertips with online learning, access to references, and many research materials available almost instantly. This has ushered in a new era of digital learning and revolutionized the modern-day information age. It is heartening to see that libraries have gone beyond their traditional role as repositories of books. You have taken on a transformative role as innovation hubs, where creative and digital knowledge meet, and as centers of research excellence. Libraries have also become spaces for learning, community building, and appreciation of cultural diversity. It is exciting to see how libraries are evolving to meet the changing needs of our society. Let us work together to develop Filipino learners who are resilient, analytical, creative, and passionate about the nation and the environment. Mga kababayan, patuloy tayong maging matatag sa pagtaguyod ng isang bansang makabata at mga batang makabansa. Ang lahat para sa Diyos, sa bayan, at sa pamilyang Pilipino. Syukran.
Maraming salamat po sa inyong mensahe, Honorable 𝟯�11 𝗿𝗱𝗶𝗴. Again, palakpakan po natin ang ating mahal na Vice Presidente. Hindi po may sasakatuparan ng selebrasyon ng 33rd LISM ngayong taon kung hindi sa pangunguna at suporta ng ating Honorary Chairperson. Kaya bago pa man po ang lahat, nais po naming pasalamatan ng Direktor ng National Library of the Philippines, Sir Jet. Maraming salamat po. Atin pong palakpakan ang Direktor ng NLP. At upang magbigay ng kanyang mensahe, ating palakpakan muli ang Direktor ng Pambansang Aklatan ng Pilipinas, Honorable Cesar Gilbert Q. Adriano.
To our distinguished guest, to our keynote speaker, President of the International Federation of Library Association and Institution, Vicky McDonald, to the National Committee on Library Information Services of the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, Professor Salvacion Arlante, also NCCA 𝗟𝗜𝗏 Ms. Lilia Echeverry, all officials and members of different library associations, to our partners, Vibal Publishing House, represented by Ms. Rio Lim, all the public libraries officials present today, officials of our friends from other cultural and government agencies, the NCCA, the NLP community, educators, students, and fellow enthusiasts of knowledge. Happy Library and Information Services Month to all of you. It is an established fact that libraries are sanctuaries where curiosity meets opportunity and where minds expand and horizons broaden. And the 33rd LISM theme calls forth to a more dynamic participation in propagating the invaluable contribution of libraries and information services in enriching our lives, promoting education, and contributing in the development of the community. It is undeniably true that libraries also empower individuals that capacitate groups by providing access to information, skills, and technologies. In the time where information is power, libraries are the great equalizers, ensuring that knowledge is accessible to all, regardless of background and social status. Proclamation number 837, series of 1991, was issued declaring the month of November as the Library and Information Services Month. This clearly signifies that everyone's involvement is vital. Therefore, we seek your full support and cooperation in all the programs and activities that the NLP LISM committee prepared until the end of the month. Together, the National Library, cultural agencies, library associations, all types of libraries, educators, the youth, and the community, let's embrace the spirit of Let's Libraries, championing learning, empowerment, and societal transformation through invaluable institutions that is our libraries. Have a great time and happy LISM to all.
Maraming salamat, Director Adriano. Atin naman pong pakinggan ang mensahe mula sa puno ng Pambansang Komite ng Aklatan at Serbisyong Pangkabatiran, Pambansang Komisyon para sa Kultura at mga Sining. Atin pong palakpakan, Professor Salvacion M. Arlante.
Greeting to everyone. Good morning. A month ago, I gave a virtual opening message for the kick-off ceremony of our 33rd month-long celebration of Library and Information Services Month. Every November, the National Library of the Philippines, in partnership with the National Committee on Libraries and Information Services, with the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, celebrate Library and Information Services Month through Proclamation 837 series of 1991. It declares the entire month of November as Library and Information Services Month. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been doing this for 33 years. It has been a great indicator that we are walking on a rough path, yet a prosperous one. As a reminder, this year we carry the theme, Let's Libraries Learning, Empowering and Transforming Society Through Libraries. Learning. It has been undeniable that libraries gained the title of learning centers, and for years we have continuously supported the learning needs of our community. Our assistance has evolved through the years as the demands also served and as the demands also evolve. Our assistants have evolved through the years, and nonetheless, we continue to strive harder to bring out the best in our community to learn, discover, and explore the world full of learning. We have opened the gateway for them. Empowering. Ciencia potentia est is a Latin saying which means knowledge is power. Countless times, we have proven that knowledge is a powerful tool. Thus, we equip our community with the most pivotal and significant armor they can bring wherever they are. The power of knowledge will never let us down. Transforming. Now that we have empowered our users, we are in the next step, wherein we transform their lives. It is where they realize that the knowledge they have acquired must be put into action or contributed to aiming for a better society. I believe that I have shared with you my personal reflection on our theme. I wish that you have gained a reflection of your own. You may have a different take on our theme, maybe better than mine, which is a good indicator. It only means that through this, we have our contributions in our own way. I sincerely hope we complete and repeat the cycle of learning, empowering, and transforming. Also, I hope that these not only apply to us users, but also to us librarians. I hope that what we are doing, our own lives have been transformed so that we can give back 100-fold. Again, I would like to reiterate that we must repeat the cycle of learning, empowering, and transforming. Let us give our community the chance to learn, be empowered, and be transformed. However,
This will not only be possible if we give ourselves a chance. Let us lead our community to the road we are paving. I will not make it any longer. Thank you and cheers to more celebrations to come. Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat.
Maraming salamat, Professor Arlante, sa pagpapatuloy ng ating programa at upang magbigay ng isang natatanging bilang. Atin pong inaanyayahan sa entablado ang PLSP Dance Company ng pamantasan ng lungsod ng San Pablo. Again everyone, bigyan po natin sila ng isang masigabong palakpakan.
Minsa'y natuwa ang may likha, 7,000 pulo ang ginawa. Mga hiyas na sa pagsudlang dagat. At ang bayan niyang pinili, nasa pulo. Kaya ang di mapit ng nagawang awit. Ikinang may kaba, tawad nilala.
Suitcase in the house with parties. First voice, first love, we have the crowd. Watch out and out.
everybody's gonna dance to it. I see the whole world party in the Philippines. Now, Angeline, it's not the song, but when it's in the regular jumps, you have to shake it up and dance it like you're not trying. But you can get it. So without that, don't go this often. But we ain't dropping. We keep on dancing. That's how we rock with 7,000 within a second. I like to see these pieces of heaven.
How about a big round of applause for the PLSP Dance Company? Ayan, napakahuhusay. Again, isang palakpakan po, isang napakalakas na palakpakan para sa PLSP Dance Company. Kaya maraming salamat sa inyo. Mas naging festive ang vibes ng 33rd LISM ngayong taon dahil tayo po ay hinandugan ng isang cultural performance ng PLSP Dance Company all the way from San Pablo, Laguna. Ayan. At speaking of festive or celebration, no, para sa kaalaman po ng lahat, ang LISM o Library and Information Services Month ay isang buwang pagdiriwang tuwing Nobyembre na nagsimula noong 1991 sa pamamagitan ng Presidential Proclamation 837 Series ng 1991. Ang layunin ng selebrasyon na ito ay upang itaas ang kamalayan at interes ng publiko sa kahalagahan at mahahalagang serbisyong ibinibigay ng mga aklatan at iba pang sentro ng impormasyon. Ayan. Again, palakpakan po natin ang selebrasyon natin ngayon ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month. Ngayon, maraming salamat. And speaking of a celebration again, no, excited na po ba kayong malaman ang tema ngayong taon? Ayan. Siyempre, hindi na po tayo magpapatumpik-tumpik pa. Halina't sabay-sabay po nating tunghayan ang video presentation na ito upang malaman ang tema ng 33rd Library and Information Ayan, at ang tema ngayong taon ng LIS Month ay Let's Libraries, Learning, Empowering, and Transforming Society through Libraries. Now, how about that? Kaya nyo bang sundan yung action natin para sa 33rd LIS Month theme? Ulitin natin ha, sabay-sabay po tayo. 1, 2, 3, go! Let's Libraries, Learning, Empowering, and Transforming Society through Libraries. Ayan, palakpakan po natin ang ating mga sarili. That's how I like it, guys. Ayan. Again, this year's celebration aims to promote the role of libraries in promoting lifelong learning, highlight the contribution of libraries in encouraging a culture of reading, and to empower libraries in transforming the minds and inspire individuals to become active Filipino citizens. Again, palakpakan po natin ang tema ng LISM ngayong taon. Ayan, kung nakikita po natin sa ating dito sa ating screen, ang poster, ang official poster ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month, di ba? Napaka-colorful, napaka-festive, buhay na buhay ang selebrasyon ng LIS Month ngayong taon. At kung napapansin din po natin, napakaganda ng pagkaka-illustrate ng ating poster and even our official logo. At dahil po dyan, nais lang din po nating bigyang pagkilala ang mga graphic artists na lumikha ng poster and logo ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month celebration. Atin pong palakpakan sina Mr. Renz 𝟯🯿𝗿𝗱, ang ating logo artist. At syempre si Miss Daniel V. Florendo, ang ating layout artist. Siya po ang nag-illustrate ng ating official poster. Again, palakpakan po natin ang mauhusay na artist na lumikha ng poster at logo ng LISM. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa inyo, Mr. Abreu and Miss Florendo. Ayan. So, ito na nga guys, tuloy na ang 33rd Library and Information Services Month. Ika nga po nila, the day has finally come. Diba? At marami po tayong kasama na nakikipagdiwang din ng selebrasyon na ito. Tayo po ay may mga kasamang teachers, students, storytellers, librarians, professors, at marami pang iba. At syempre, hindi lamang po dito sa pambansang aklatan ng Pilipinas nagkakaroon ng opisyal na pagbubukas ng 33rd LISM. Ito po ay sinasagawa rin ng mga piling pampublikong aklatan sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Next naman, di ba? May mga kasama din tayong mga public libraries ngayong araw. Halina't kumustahin po natin sila. So, ngayong umagang pong ito, nagkakaroon din po ng simultaneous opening ceremonies unahin na po natin sa Mindanao. Ayan. So from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and NCR po ang ating mga partner public libraries na nagkakaroon din po ng opening ceremonies ngayong araw na ito. Unahin na po natin sa Mindanao, ang Butuan City Public Library. Ayan, palakpakan po natin. Siyempre, hindi magpapatalo ang mga taga-Visayan region. Ayan. Partner din po natin ngayong araw na ito ang Cebu City Public Library. Ayan. Siyempre, ang mga kasamahan po nating librarians sa Luzon. Ngayong araw po na ito, ayan, nandiyan po sila sa Zoom. Nakikita po natin. Ayan. Narito rin po, kasama natin ang Urdaneta City Public Library. At syempre, hindi rin po magpapatalo ang mga kasamahan natin dito sa National Capital Region. Kasama po natin ngayong araw ang Parañaque City Public Library. Ayan. So, ayan, nag-hi sa camera niya si Sir ng Parañaque City Library. Ayan. Bago pa man po lahat, interviewin natin or kumustahin natin ang iba't ibang partner libraries natin ngayong araw, no? Ayan, paki-unmute po si Miss Jessica Clarito sa Zoom. Ayan, nandyan po ba siya? Ng Butuan City Public Library. Miss Jessica? Ayan, tumatakbo si ma'am. Siya ba ito? Ayan, naka-unmute po kayo ma'am. Hello! Ayan, naririnig kayo ma'am. Hello, hello. Sige ma'am, kaway po kayo sa screen ninyo. Ayan, so hello Miss. Ayan, hello Miss Jessica. Ayan, kumusta naman po ang selebrasyon natin dyan ng opening ceremonies ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month? Ayan, mukhang
Okay naman. Hello sir, okay naman sir. Ang dami nga nating guest today from Apayon National High School.
Ayan, maraming guest tayo dyan, ma'am, no? Ano-ano yung mga inihanda nating activities dyan para sa opening ceremonies natin, ma'am, ng LISM?
Ay, papasayahin namin sila sa aming puppet presentation at iba-iba pa po. Marami pa po kaming inihanda sa kanila, sir.
That's very nice. Ayan. Good to know, Miss Jessica. And i-continue lang po natin yung celebration natin dyan. And of course, for the whole month of November, mag-enjoy po tayong lahat. Ayan. Maraming salamat po, no, Ma'am Jessica Clarito ng Butuan City Public Library. Palakpakan po natin.
Kaway!
Ayan. Kaway po yung mga participants natin dyan sa Butuan. Ayan. Ang saya-saya. Daghang salamat, Miss Jessica. Ayan, syempre, isunod na natin ang mga po natin sa Visayan Region. Nandyan po ba available si Miss Rosario Chua ng Cebu City Public Library? Miss Rose?
Yes, hello. Good morning, everyone.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Kayo po ba si Miss Anfrenet Suwase?
Yes, sir. I am Anfrenet Suwase representing.
Hello, ma'am. Ayan. Maayong buntag kaninyong tanan, ma'am.
Good morning. We're now starting our program.
Ayan. Sige, ma'am. Ano-ano po yung mga inihanda nating activities dyan sa opening ceremonies natin ng 33rd LISM?
So for our opening ceremony, we're having a digital literacy for senior citizens. And we're also having storytelling for the kids.
Ayan. Mukhang lahat, no, para sa pangbata talaga. Kasi isa sa mga ang goal ng team natin this year is to nurture reading and foster the nature to nurture the love for reading para sa mga kabataan natin dyan. Ayan. Daghang salamat kaayo, Ma'am Anfrenet Suwase ng Cebu City Public Library. Sabihin naman po yung mga kasama natin dyan to say hi sa mga kasama po natin dito sa NLP.
Yes, sir. For now, sir, Ma'am Rosario is having opening message for our guests and for the visitors.
No worries, ma'am. No worries.
Okay,
Kayo na lang daw po yung mag-hi sa mga kasamahan natin dito. Ayan.
Hi, viewers.
Maraming salamat, ma'am.
Yes, thank you.
Salamat kaayo, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, mahaba pa po ang araw, no? Pwede pa daw po kayo magpadala ng danggit. Hindi, joke lang. Ayan, maraming salamat po. Miss Anfrenet Suwase and of course kay Miss Rosario Chua ng Cebu City Public Library. Palakpakan po natin. Ayan, syempre isunod na po natin ang mga kasamaan natin sa Luzon. Ayan, tinatawagan po natin, nandyan po ba si Miss Sweden sa Landanan ng Urdaneta City Public Library? Hello, ma'am. Ayan, mukhang nagkakaroon ng technical difficulty sa pag-connect ang ating mga kasamahan sa Urdaneta City Public Library. Ayan, so balikan na lang po natin maya-maya lamang ang mga kasamahan natin sa Urdaneta City Public Library. Isunod na po natin ang mga kasamahan natin, syempre, at di magpapatalo, ang National Capital Region. Tinatawagan po natin si Mr. Ciset Ricardo ng Parañaque City Public Library. Hello sir, good morning. Magandang umaga po.
Hi, good morning. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat.
Yes sir. Kumusta po tayo dyan sa inyong lugar, sa pagbubukas po natin? I mean, sa official na pagbubukas ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month.
Yes, for now, we are having our library orientation with the high school students. And later on, magkakaroon pa tayo ng iba't ibang activities for them. And I would like to acknowledge also, sir, yung ating mga kasama sa National Library of the Philippines. Maraming salamat for involving us in this activity. Hindi nyo kami nakakalimutan. Maraming salamat po.
Ayan, you're welcome, sir, of course. Anytime daw, sir, si Seth. Ayan. Would that be all, sir?
Yeah, later on, magkakaroon pa kami ng ibang activities dito. But for now, we are just doing our library orientation with the high school students. Kasi our library
wala
was...
po ba kayong storytelling and puppet show din dyan?
Wala ngayon. Kasi we are preparing for our Children's Month this coming, hopefully by next week. So doon namin ibibigay yung aming children's activities. Since our library...
naman po pala, sir, no?
Yes, naka-line up po. And since our library is just newly renovated, so nagfo-focus kami ngayon sa library orientation with different schools.
That's nice, sir. Ayan, maraming salamat po, Sir Ciset.
Thank you. Maraming salamat.
Ng Parañaque City Public Library. Ayan.
Regards to everyone, thank
orientation
you.
nyo ngayon, no? Kaya kayo na lang, sir, ang kumaway sa mga kasamaan po natin dito sa NLP. Ayan, hello. Ayan, maraming salamat, sir.
Thank you.
Chill lang po kayo dyan. Babalikan po namin kayo maya-maya lamang. Thank you so much, Sir Ciset. Ayan, ready na po ba ang mga kasama natin sa Urdaneta City Public Library? Ayan, di ba? Napakasaya po ng selebrasyon natin ngayong araw dahil sinasamahan tayo ng mga iba't ibang partners natin from different public libraries. Ayan. Hello po kay Miss Sweden sa Landanan ng Urdaneta City Public Library. Hello, ma'am. Ayan, mukhang may problem talaga. Ay, hello, ma'am. Hello po. Hi, maaari po ba nating i-pin ang ating focal person? Ayan. Hello, ma'am. Kaway-kaway po kayo sa camera niyo, ma'am. Ayan. Hello po, ma'am. Sweden. Mukhang napakadami po natin audiences. Ayan. Ayan. Hello, ma'am. Ayan. Hello, Miss Sweden. Hello, ma'am. Ayan. Mukhang ini-introduce na po ni Ma'am Miss Sweden ang kanilang
nandito po sa harapan ko nakikita na may mga books from library and very important.
Ay, wow. Ayan, oh. May mga display po sila ng mga books nila and other library materials.
Kasi mayroong sasabihin ng mga students and teachers po from Urdaneta. Okay, are you ready, guys?
Alright, with that, thank you so much, Miss Sweden of Urdaneta City Public Library, and of course, kay Miss Bernadine M. Gravela din po. Ayan, maraming salamat, ma'am. Naimbag nga bigat kada kayo amon, Miss Sweden. Ayan, palakpakan po natin si Miss Sweden Salandanan and si Miss Bernadine M. Gravella ng Ordinata City Public Library. Ayan po, no? Again, I reiterate lang, napakasaya ng celebration natin ngayon dahil as compared to other celebration natin from the previous years, tayo po ay sinasamahan ng iba't ibang mga kasamahan po natin sa field of librarianship in this celebration of Library and Information Services Month. Kaya palakpakan naman po natin ang lahat ng mga librarians, teachers, or any professionals na nagbibigay serbisyo sa pamamagitan po ng mga aklatan natin. Ayan. Alright, to proceed towards the next part of our program, we are very honored to have an international guest with us this morning, gracing this year's celebration of the 33rd Library and Information Services Month. Now guys, this celebration will surely be a memorable one because we don't just have like people joining us all over the country, but also people overseas. Now, to introduce our international guest, may I call on stage the Vice Chairperson of LISM 2023, Mr. Jonathan F. Santos. A round of applause, please.
Good morning. Our keynote speaker is a key player in the transformation of the library sector in Queensland. As State Librarian and Chief Executive Officer of the State Library of Queensland, she understands the need for a strong, relevant, and innovative library service. Her national and international experience led to her appointment as a State Librarian and Chief Executive Officer of State Library of Queensland in 2016. She also held leadership roles at the State Library of New South Wales and Queensland University of Technology. Her career includes roles at public, academic, and state libraries. She is the chair of National and State Libraries Australasia, or NSLA, for 2022 and 2023. She is a past president of the Australian Library Information Association. She has been very active in the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions, or IFLA, since 2004 and held a number of positions. Our speaker is currently IFLA President from 2023 to 2025. Let us all welcome on screen our keynote speaker, Ms. Vicky McDonald. Ms. Vicky, can you hear me? Vicky, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, thank you for being our speaker for today. The floor is now yours.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jonathan, and thank you for the opportunity to talk to you today. So I'm just going to share my screen with you so you can see the slides I'm going to show you. So hopefully you can see my slides okay? Yes, can you? Yeah, okay. So as I said, thank you very much for the invitation to speak at the Let's Libraries Learning, Empowerment and Transforming Societies Through Library conference. So I've been watching the opening ceremony over the last half hour, and I can see that you're having a pretty terrific time. And I also understand that the conference is a key activity of Library and Information Services Month, which is organised by the National Library of the Philippines. So today I'd like to share with you my ideas on how libraries can empower their communities. And as Jonathan mentioned, I'm addressing you today as the president of IFLA. So I'm going to provide some information on the work of IFLA and how what it's been leading over the last couple of years. And this work really directly relates to the conference theme and your conference objectives. I'm also the State Librarian and Chief Executive Officer at the State Library of Queensland here in Brisbane, Australia. And I'm going to share with you some of the work that we do that relates to your conference theme as well. So firstly, compliments to the organising committee on such a colourful and eye-catching branding. It looks fantastic for your month of celebrations. And I was also particularly thrilled to see that you've adopted the theme of the IFLA's World Library and Information Congress that was held in Rotterdam recently, Let's Library. And it's fantastic to see that Let's Libraries is being adopted across the world. Your sub-theme of learning, empowering and transforming society through libraries very much relates to the work of IFLA, which I'll talk about this morning. The objectives of your conference as well are very much aligned to the work of IFLA and the work that's being undertaken here at the State Library of Queensland. So we are very much on the same page, promoting lifelong learning, empowering communities, catalysing positive change, nurturing that love of literature and reading and books, and also transforming individuals and active citizens. And I'm going to touch on some of those themes as I take you through my presentation. But firstly, as I said, it is my great privilege to be the president of IFLA for 2 years, starting in August 23 through to August 2025. And here is a photo of me together with the other members of the governing board, which was taken in Rotterdam in August as well. So IFLA's vision is here on the screen, and IFLA is the global voice of the field, and it represents the library and information profession and has a network of over 1,600 members. And our members are library associations, institutions and key players in the library field. So we certainly represent hundreds of thousands of librarians. Our members come from over 150 countries across all regions of the world. So it is very much a very international library organisation. And that international scope allows IFLA to speak to stakeholders and international bodies on behalf of libraries and librarians everywhere. And IFLA has really well-established relationships with the United Nations, UNESCO, and other international organisations. As you can see, our vision is a strong and united global library field powering literate, informed, and participatory societies. So our vision very much aligns with the theme of your conference. So let's also, another key part of IFLA are the volunteers, and we have over 1,100 passionate and committed members of the professional committees and sections, regional committees and advisory committees. And I'm also aware that we have colleagues from the Philippines who are actively participating in the IFLA committees. So on behalf of IFLA, I thank you for your commitment to the library and information profession and also your willingness to progress the work of IFLA. So this photo was taken at the IFLA Global Vision Workshop that was held in Athens back in April 2017. And I'm sure we had some members from the Philippines community at that workshop. And that workshop was part of us kicking off the global vision, which then led to our IFLA strategy. We've just commenced the renewal of our IFLA strategy, and in the last few weeks, members have been sent several messages inviting them to participate in surveys. So please send us your thoughts. We're very keen to hear the voices from librarians from all regions and particularly from the Philippines. So in pursuing our vision and mission, IFLA has core values that very much direct our work. And today I want to focus on the two values that are in bold. And I think that, again, they relate to the conversations that you'll be having in your conference. The second and third points relate to access to information, ideas, and works of imagination for social, educational, cultural, democratic, and economic well-being, but also a conviction that delivery of high-quality library and information services help to guarantee that access. So within that context, today I'm going to share with you two frameworks that support the work of libraries and particularly provide some direction for public libraries in how they can empower their communities. So firstly, I'd like to talk to you about the Public Library Manifesto. It is a key document that clearly articulates the purpose of the public library, but I believe that many of the things that it says are relevant to all library types. And the Public Library Manifesto was first approved by UNESCO in Paris in 1949, as you can see at the top of the page there. So at a time when the world was recovering from the turmoil of World War II and seeking peace, I believe it's very symbolic that UNESCO released the Public Library Manifesto. And the manifesto declares UNESCO's belief that public libraries are essential global institutions for the promotion of peace and education of all humanity. And importantly, the manifesto recognises the public library as a local centre of culture. So the manifesto has been updated over time to reflect the changing role of libraries in our communities. And it was most recently updated in 2022, jointly by IFLA, working with UNESCO. And you can see there some very key elements and commitments: the importance of well-informed citizens exercising their democratic rights and playing an active role in society, the importance of education, as well as free and unlimited access to knowledge, thought, culture, and information. So the manifesto emphasises the role of the public library as a gateway to knowledge, a basic condition of lifelong learning, independent decision-making, and cultural development of individuals and groups. And here is an image of the poster that IFLA has created, which you can download from our website as well, if you'd like to use that as well. So another key framework that is applicable to the work of all libraries is the 2030 Development Agenda, and I'm sure that perhaps you are already familiar with it. So back in September 2015, the 193 countries of the UN General Assembly, which includes the Philippines, adopted the 2030 Development Agenda titled Transforming Our World, the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. And I'm sure that you're already familiar with some of the Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs as we call them. Importantly, these 17 goals apply to all countries, developing countries and developed countries. And really, it's about our collaborative action of working together is really going to ensure the future of our global community. Now, the United Nations does acknowledge that the goals and targets are very ambitious. It's very much a transformational vision, and it's also a call to action. And as you can see from this screen, that the SDGs cover climate change, health, the economy, digital economy, agriculture, access to food, health, all elements of a sustainable future. Now, IFLA was very much involved in the creation of the 2030 Agenda, and IFLA advocated for the inclusion of access to information, the safeguarding of cultural heritage, universal literacy, and access to technologies in the framework. And IFLA's position is that access to information is essential in achieving the SDGs, and that libraries can play a key role in partnering with governments. But I think what we also need to remember that libraries are already doing so much of the work that actually needs to be done. So these SDGs provide a very powerful advocacy tool for us to tell our governments and partners around how libraries can contribute to the work of achieving the SDGs. Now, the SDGs have three universal values, and it's a second value that I particularly think is relevant to libraries: leave no one behind. And that is really the central promise of the 2030 Agenda. It means that we all have access to the tools and food and water and land, environment that we need access to. And so libraries can play a very vital role in that work. So just a couple of weeks ago, that should be, sorry, I should have taken the 2018. So it was in September 2023, there was the SDG Summit in New York, and members of the IFLA staff attended that particular summit. And the report card, I have to tell you, was pretty grim. We're over halfway through the 2030 timeframe, and just 15% of the SDG goals are on track. 40% are moderately to severely off track, and 37% are making no progress or regressing. So there's still a lot of work to do, and urgent action is required. But certainly what came out of that summit was commitment that we can continue to work. So I'm going to share with you some of the resources that are available around the SDGs. And this first one is the SDG dashboard and trends. And I went to the website and pulled up the Philippines. So the arrows on these slides show you the trend, and you can see that there is one SDG that's trending on track with the green arrow, which is clean water and sanitation. What is good to see is that there's no red ones, so there's no decreasing, but there's also a lot that need a lot of work to be done. And so these are areas where libraries should consider how they can support the work that is being done by their government. So IFLA is doing a lot of work to track how libraries can support the SDGs. And one of the websites that we have developed is a library map of the world, where libraries around the world document and support the achievements that they're doing to achieve the SDGs. And this is an image of an SDG story for an outreach program that is being delivered in the Philippines to provide opportunities to Philippines. I do encourage you to look at the website to see what others around the world are doing. And also, I encourage you to think about putting up more stories about the great work that you are doing in the Philippines to support the SDG. And I'm sure that during the conference over the next day, you're actually going to have lots of case studies that you could be sharing around your work as well. Now, I'm not going to go through all the 17 goals, so you can be happy about that. But one of the goals I really wanted to focus on, because I think it relates to the work that you're going to be talking about and your theme, is quality education, ensuring equitable and quality education and promoting lifelong learning opportunities for all. It's one that I'm focused on in the library where I work at the moment. So as I said, each goal has a lot of targets, and quality education has target 4.2, which is by 2030, we want to ensure that all girls and boys have access to quality early childhood development, care and pre-primary education, so that when they start school, they're actually ready. And this is a very important measure for where I work in Queensland, because we identified that many children in Queensland didn't have the skills that they needed when they started school. So with the government support, we have implemented a program called First 5 Forever. And I'm just going to show you a short video that explains what it is about. Oh, sorry.
In the first years of life, our kids' brains are firing. They're forming hundreds of new brain connections every second. It's partly what they're born with, but their family life and experiences are important for healthy brain growth. As a scientist, I understand that the brain grows at its fastest in a child's first 5 years. As a parent, I know that giving your child a great start has benefits that last a whole lifetime. Taking the time to interact with our kids through everyday activities like sharing stories, talking, singing, and playing are the best way to get those little brains firing and to help our kids. Your local library is a great place to learn more. Visit yours today for free activities and support to help make the most of the first 5 years. Don't wait. Get involved today.
So as that video says, that the first 5 years of life are so important. That's when 90% of brain growth is happening. So we've been doing a lot of work with the Queensland Brain Institute and neuroscience around the messaging that we are sharing with parents about the importance of talk, read, sing, and play, and how we bring that into everyday activities. So we've partnered with public libraries across Queensland to do this programming. And this slide shows you some of the great activities that are being undertaken with dads and mums in swimming pools. And you can see there a mud fight, which was based on the Dirty Dinosaur children's book, which you may have read. So it's really about bringing into everyday life the activities, as I said, of talk, sing, read, and play. Now, as I said before, we were talking about the Public Library Manifesto, and I want to take us back to this particular quote in the manifesto, that the public library creates conditions for the development of a democratic society and active citizenship, lifelong learning, independent decision, and cultural development of individuals and social groups, which is one of the themes of your conference as well. And I'd like to share with you a particular document which you can download off the website called Rough Guide to Citizen Engagement in Public Libraries. And I really recommend that you have a look at this document. It was developed by Public Libraries 2030, working with the European Commission. And on this slide, you can see the projects was interested in answering some key questions. Can public libraries lead, support, or host co-creation of deliberative processes through actively involving their communities in different exercises? And can public libraries' infrastructure contribute to the making of more inclusive and effective policies? So it's really around what work can public libraries do to support policy making in their communities and enable all citizens to be a part of that process. And if you have a look at this guide, you can download it for free off the website. It provides some great case studies of work that's been done in Europe around this. So I'm going to show you one specifically from Aarhus Libraries in Denmark, and perhaps you've heard of DOC1. So this is the work that is being undertaken at DOC1. And you can see from that in this slide, members of the community, which is a community called 𝗟𝗏, are engaging with developers, city planners, and politicians. And they're having discussions around the type of community that they would like and what changes they like and that sort of thing. So it's actually bringing members of the community together with decision makers and enabling some conversations to happen. So it's really an important part of citizen engagement in policy making. And in this particular slide, you can see that Aarhus Libraries has been doing a lot of work with the community around the Sustainable Development Goals. So they've developed an SDG lab where they bring people in and they have conversations around conservation, recycling, all those sorts of things that will actually be important aspects towards a better society for them. So here in Australia, we've been doing some similar things, and my final slide is an exhibition that we're hosting here at the State Library of Queensland. The exhibition is called Purpose-Built: Architecture for a Better Tomorrow. And we partnered with the School of Architecture, Design and Planning at our local university to explore how design and planning can influence sustainable solutions for communities. So the whole purpose of the exhibition is to intentionally invite community involvement in design and planning conversations, but to be really thinking about what sort of design we need for our homes going forward into the future. We're all being impacted by climate change, and we need to think about how design can address some of those issues as well. So I know that I'm running out of time. I was given about 25 minutes. So in this presentation, what I've outlined to you is how libraries can be actively involved in empowering their communities. And I've shared with you some of the work of IFLA, some of the frameworks that are available to you as librarians to think about how you actually tell the story of the work that you're doing. So I believe that the Public Library Manifesto is a really important document. So too are the SDGs. They provide a really powerful framework for you to be having conversations with your government and decision makers, and also the Rough Guide to Citizen Engagement, which I showed you from Europe as well. So I do wish you a very successful conference, and I thank you for the opportunity to have a chat with you today, and a very happy LIS month. I'm so impressed that you're into your 33rd LIS month. It's such a fantastic commitment that you are providing as well. So thank you very much. And again, thank you for the opportunity to talk today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Vicky MacDonald, our IFLA president. Again, can we give a big round of applause for Miss Vicky, guys? All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful presentation. Now, Miss Vicky, please enjoy the rest of the program. We'll see you again later. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So, napakaganda ng mga shinare na sa presentation ni Miss Vicky, no? Isa sa mga na-take note ko doon sa ibinigay niyang presentation ay ang UN 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development ang number 2. Isa sa universal values daw ang leave no one behind. Ayan. Speaking of leave no one behind, no, ang National Library of the Philippines po ay mayroong mga services para sa lahat. At isa nga po dyan ang Library for the Blind. At isa sa mga goals din ng LISM 2023 ay yung makapagbigay or makapagbigay awareness sa mga ganitong serbisyong ibinibigay ng mga aklatan, katulad ng mga services na pinaprovide ng Library for the Blind ng National Library of the Philippines. Again, palakpakan po natin si Miss Vicky McDonald ng International Federation of Librarians Association. Ayan. Now guys, excited na po ba kayong malaman ang iba't ibang mga activities and programs natin this 33rd LISM? And excited na ang lahat. Excited na si Miss Ruana. Nakita ko siya lang yung nag-yes. Ayan. Well, sa puntong ito po, no, inaanyayahan natin ang chairperson ng Operations Subcommittee ng LISM 2023 na si Mr. Jose Tomasito N. Fernando upang ibahagi ang iba't ibang aktibidad at programa ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month. Sir Tom?
Good morning po sa ating lahat at ngayong buwan marami pong inihanda ang LISM Committee ng mga activities at mga contest para sa ating lahat. Ating pong i-flash ang ating calendar of activities. Okay, so ito po ay pagsisimula ngayong November 6 para sa ating opening ceremonies kung saan ating ginagawa ngayon. Ito po ang ating face-to-face kick-off ng ating LIS Month Celebration. Susundan naman po ito ng opening ng ating exhibit sa second floor. Ito po ay buong buwan ng LIS Month na inyong makikita kung saan mag-showcase po ito ng mga magagandang libro na related po sa ating celebration. In partnership po ito sa ating mga kaibigan mula sa Vival. And of course, magkakaroon din po tayo ng mga webinars. Ito po ang isa sa kanilang topic ay ang discussion on financial literacy and records management. Ito po ay free seminar na ating i-host bukas po, November 7. On November 15 hanggang 17 po, meron din po tayong webinar kung saan ito po ay host kasama ang ating mga kaibigan sa Vival, ang AFCC o Asian Festival of Children's Content. Mula naman po November 23 to 24 ay gaganapin ang ating outreach program kasama ang ating partner sa Malay, Aklan. Kasabay din po nito ang ating National Book Week celebration. Nandyan po ang ating chairperson, si Ms. Rowana. And on November 29, meron po tayong book launching ng ating Impact Stories Librarians Edition. Ito po ay nasa ika-4 na po na volume. And by October 29 din po, ito po ang ating magiging closing and awarding ceremonies kung saan ating pong bibigyan ng mga awards at pagkilala ang mga mananalo sa ating mga contest. Ano-ano nga ba ang mga contest na inihanda ng Library and Information Services Month Committee? Nandyan po ang Library Feud, kung saan ito po ay tagisan ng talino ng ating mga kapwa librarians, kasama po ang mga future librarians. Okay? Mga estudyante po mula sa PUP at PNU na gaganapin mamayang hapon. Meron din po tayong guess how many books are in the shelves and live testimony. Nandyan din po ang My Day in the Library TikTok contest. Ayan, ako. Alam natin gusto ng mga kabataan ang paggamit ng social media. Kaya naman ngayong buwan, minaximize natin ito at binigyan natin ito ng isang contest para kanilang ipakita ang kahalagahan ng library sa kanilang community. At meron din po tayong Pinoy Children's Book Character Contest. Ito po ay Recycled Art Sculpture Contest na extended po ang deadline hanggang November 17. Kaya naman po sa ating lahat, inaanyayahan po namin ang inyong pagsuporta at pagsali sa mga contest at activities ng Library and Information Services Month. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat, Sir Jose Tomasito Fernando. Siya po ang chairperson ng Operations Subcommittee ng LISM 2023. Again, maraming pong salamat. Ayan po, nakita na natin, nalaman na natin ang iba't ibang mga activities at contests na prepare ng ating LISM committee for the 33rd Library and Information Services Month. Ako po personally, mas excited ako doon sa Library Feud, tsaka doon sa My Day in the Library TikTok contest. Kasi kung kayo po ay naliligaw sa TikTok, ayan, marami pong gumagawa ng mga mini vlog sa mga buhay-buhay nila. Ayan. At isa na nga po dito, ang create ng video ng experience nila sa mga iba't ibang libraries. Hindi lang po dito sa bansa natin, pati sa ibang bansa. At ang saya din pong makita o mapanood sa TikTok yung mga iba't ibang libraries, di ba? Na showcase kung ano-ano yung mga interior design at kung ano-ano po yung mga services na pinopromote ng mga respective libraries na yon. Kaya para po sa ating mga kasamahan dito, ayan, huwag po natin kakalimutan sumali sa mga iba't ibang mga contests and activities na i-present po kanina ni Sir Fernando. Ayan. Atin naman pong ang ating pong kasamahan mula sa NCCA, NCLIS ay may inihandang isang proyekto. Ito po ang Photo Voice Project. Halina't ating tunghayan sa pamamagitan ng video presentation na ito. Panoorin po nating lahat.
Culture and heritage are the identity of one's nation. As a Filipino, this is what makes us unique from our neighboring countries in Southeast Asia. As institutes for memory, librarians strive to preserve and promote our culture and heritage through the help of providing access to the local collections in each library we serve. That is why the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, National Committee on Libraries and Information Services launched the Photo Voice Project on local heritage collections of libraries in the Philippines in celebration of the Library and Information Services Month every November. The said project is now in its second year of encouraging libraries to document their local heritage collections, showcasing their collection to wider audience through an online photo exhibit and generating community awareness on the significance of books and other printed resources available in libraries as tangible cultural heritage resources. The LISM Photo Voice Project celebrates within the current theme of LIS Month 2023 is Let's Libraries, meaning learning, empowering, and transforming society through libraries, which further strengthens the need to showcase our own local heritage collections in order to encourage everyone to know more about our diverse cultures, not only region-wide, but also nationwide, or maybe even worldwide. The project's success last year led to almost twice its previous number of entries. And without further ado, may we present to you the 2023 LISM Photo Voice Project participating libraries and their entries.
A round of applause for the Photo Voice project brought to us by the NCCA and CLIS. Again, thank you so much po sa NCCA and CLIS, headed by Professor 𝗟𝗏𝗟 𝗟𝗜𝗦𝗠, and of course, kay Miss Lilia 𝗟𝗑𝗏 po. Ayan, maraming salamat po, ma'am. Alright, bilang pagtatapos, inaanayahan natin ang kasalukuyang Assistant Director ng National Library of the Philippines, Edgardo B. Quiros, para sa kanyang pangwakas na mensahe. Atin pong palakpakan.
Morning. As all activities should end, this year we are very fortunate to have with us the head of NCLIS, Ms. Professor Arlante, and we also have Ms. Lily Echeverry. And before I forget, sa history ng Children's Library, the founder of the Children's Library, Ms. P. Abelardo, our former Division Chief of the Reference Division, and also the former Chief of the Public Libraries Division. And we are also fortunate to have with us Ms. McDonald, the President of IFLA, and our very beautiful and colorful and telegenic decoration from our LISM LISM committee. We hope that beyond what we can commemorate this year's LIS month, we also would focus on celebrating what we have done in the past and share with the other libraries, especially those of our local government executives who are still starting with the establishment of their own public libraries. After the pandemic, we have observed the rise in interest of our local government executives, mostly in the barangay level, to have their own libraries. So tulungan po natin sila na maitayo, mapaganda at mabigyan ng gabay ang ating mga kasama sa ating mga barangay at sa iba pa na nagsisimula pa lang magtayo ng public libraries para po sa ating mga communities. And with that, maraming salamat po at we hope that you join us in the celebration of the LIS month.
Maraming salamat po, Assistant Director Quiros. Sa puntong ito, inaanayahan po ang lahat na tumayo para sa isang photo opportunity. Inaanayahan rin po natin si Director Adriano, Professor Arlante, Assistant Director Quiros, Ms. Maricel Orenya, Ms. Melanie Ramirez na tumayo po dito sa harap. Ayan, para po sa isang photo opportunity. We would also like to call on Zoom Miss Vicky McDonald to wear a big smile there, ma'am, on your camera for our photo opportunity. And of course, to our partner libraries from Urdaneta City Public Library, Cebu City Public Library, Parañaque City Public Library, and Urdaneta City Public Library. All right. So, po yung mga photographers natin, no? Ayan, sige po. Everyone, smile on the cameras in 3, 2, 1. Waki naman daw po, waki. 1, 2, 3. Ayan. Thank you so much po, no? And stay lang po tayo nakatayo kasi magkakaroon po tayo ng isang montage ng theme natin this year. Sabay-sabay po nating bigkasin at with action syempre po ang Let's libraries. Itaas nyo lamang po yung mga kanang kamay ninyo. Ayan. At sabay-sabay po tating sabihin ang let's libraries. Ayan. Okay? Isa nga pong practice dyan in 3, 2, 1. Let's libraries. Ayan. Napakahuhusay. Okay, sige po. Okay na po yung camera natin? Alright. In 3, 2, 1. Let's libraries. Ayan, palakpakan po natin ang mga sarili natin at ang bawat isa. Ayan, thank you so much po. Maaari na po tayong umupo. Ayan, muli nais po nating ipabatid na tuloy-tuloy ang mga gawain natin sa buong buwan ng Nobyembre. Upang malaman pa ang iba pang impormasyon, maaaring bisitahin ang aming website or microsite. That's web.nlp.gov.ph/LIS. Ayan. At syempre, wag niyo pong kakalimutan na i-like. Ayan, sabay-sabay po tayo. Samahan niyo po ako. Ayan. Wag po nating kakalimutan i-like, i-follow, i-share, at i-subscribe ang lahat ng mga social media accounts ng National Library of the Philippines. Matatagpuan niyo po kami sa Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, yan, sa TikTok of course, and of course sa YouTube. Ayan, lahat po yan sa handle na @NLP1887. Okay? Ayan. And of course, with regard to our celebration this month, kung gusto niyo pong mag-post sa mga respective social media accounts po ninyo, no, do not forget to use our official hashtags. Those are #LISM2023, #Let'sLibraries, and #NationalLibraryPH. Alright. Nice po nating pasalamatan ng lahat ng mga nakasama natin sa mahalagang okasyon na ito po, no? Higit po sa ating mga panauhin mula sa iba't ibang ahensya na katuwang din natin sa maraming mga proyekto hinggil sa aklatan at pagpapalaganap ng impormasyon. Pinapasalamatan din ng National Library of the Philippines ang mga partners at sponsors ng LIS Month. Maraming salamat po sa ating partners. National Commission for Culture and the Arts, National Committee on Libraries and Information Services. Yan, palakpakan po natin. Philippine Librarians Association Incorporated, Vibol Group, Butuan City Public Library, Cebu City Public Library, Urdaneta City Public Library, and Parañaque City Public Library. Ayan, maraming salamat po sa inyo. And of course, we do not forget our sponsors. Maraming salamat po sa Cavitex, Project Pearls, and World Vision. Ayan, maraming pong salamat muli sa lahat po ng partners and sponsors natin. And of course, sa inyong lahat po na sumama po sa amin sa araw na ito para sa opening ceremonies ng 33rd Library and Information Services Month na may temang Let's Libraries. Ayan. O ayan na, mga ka-Let's Libraries na rin namin kayo, no? Ayan, very good. And inaanayahan ang lahat na bumisita din po sa ating LISM exhibit. Tampok ang mga award-winning children's books and literature. Matatagpuan po ito sa second floor lobby at magtatagal hanggang sa November 29, 2023. Iniimbitahan din po ang lahat na dumalo sa Library Feud na tunggalian ng mga talino ng mga profesional na librarian mula sa iba't ibang asosasyon at PLIS students o at future librarians ngayong hapon na gaganapin dito rin po sa NLP Auditorium. Ayan. At dyan nagtatapos ang ating programa ngayong umaga. Ako po ang inyong lingkod, 𝗟𝗏𝗟, ang inyong tagapagdaloy ng programa. Muli, magandang araw at maligayang pagdiriwang ng Library and Information Services Month. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Be kind and read your books. Paalam! Ayan. reception room dito po sa gilid para po sa ating simple lunch na pinipare ng ating LISM committee. Maraming pong salamat sa pagdalo. Sa mga BLIS students natin, ang food po natin ay matatagpuan sa 4th floor lobby. Baba lang po kayo dyan. Ayan.